Good morning, children. Today we are starting Science 2. Okay? Till yesterday you studied the Science 1 and now I am starting the lesson Life Processes in Living Organisms. Before that, a quote. Always remember, beginning is the hardest part. Children, beginning is the hardest part means anything that we start, any work that we begin, we feel it to be the hard. We get tension that how can we complete such a hard task. But what happens once you start that work, you keep on doing it, you can complete the task. So always remember, any work, whatever you do, we feel that beginning is the hardest part, but when you keep on doing it, it makes you or reach to the success point. Okay? Okay. So as we are starting the science too, it's just a change, but it's enjoyable. I hope you will enjoy it. Okay. So now come to the life processes in living organism, lesson number 15, page number 163. In life processes, you had studied digestion, respiration, circulation, then reproduction. Okay. Different life processes we are studied in various classes. Now we are going to study one of the important life process, that is transportation. This process is dependent on some other processes, or you know that the life processes are interrelated with each other. So whatever the food we eat, that food gets digested in various parts of the our body. Okay, just like that in respiration also, whatever the oxygen we inhale through the nose, it go in the lung, and then it mix with the blood, and then it is supplied to all parts of the body. It means during digestion and respiration, the soluble food substance and the oxygen respectively are transferred from one organ to the another. This transportation is seen in living thing as well as in our daily life also. You know that the farmers transport the things, whatever the yield he is getting in the field, he is transferring it to the market. That is nothing but a transportation. Okay. Then you know that the water also gets transported, water from the well. It's a common example of our home, that by using the water machine, the water from the well is transported to the tank, which is placed on the higher side, and thus water is supplied in every houses. This is called as a transportation. Okay, this transportation process involves the synthesis or absorption from one part to the another. Okay, as I told you just now, the transportation is seen in our daily life activity as well as in animal. It is one of the important process in plants. Children, you know that plants, especially the leaves part of the plant, prepare food. So for that, it need water and minerals also. So the roots of the plants, which are present deep inside the soil, that absorbs water and minerals like sodium, magnesium, phosphorus, nitrogen from the soil. They transfer it to the stem and then to the leaves. After that, leaves prepare the food. If we study the detailed structure of the stem or the leaf and observe it under the microscope by taking its section, you will observe that different types of cells are present therein. Outer epidermal cell, then in cortex parenchyma, that we are going to study in lesson number 18. Okay, but in the center part vascular bundle is there, which performs the most important function of transportation. That vascular bundle is made up of xylem and phloem. So about xylem and phloem you will study later on, but xylem are the cells which are present in the central part that carries the raw material from root to the stem and then to the leaves. Phloem cells carry the prepared food from leaves to all parts of the plant. Only keep in mind these things. Other things we will study in detail. After that, how this transportation takes place. See here, one experiment is given wherein the in eosin solution eosin or safranin is made in a beaker and a plant is inserted therein. As the roots are dipped in water, after some days or on the next day also, you can observe that the upper part of the plant also turns the reddish one. I had performed this experiment and I had kept the video. You will see it in the next slide. Okay. So, in this way, the transportation of, as here eosin is shown, red part is shown, but water and mineral takes place. Okay, see here how it takes place. Roots of the plant, okay, they are present deep inside the soil, where that soil contains water and the mineral. When the lower part of the root that absorb or that come in contact with the water and mineral, what happens? That water and minerals try to enter the lower part of the root. Okay, it absorbs that water and mineral. So because of that, what happens? That outer cell swells, it becomes turgid. Why it becomes turgid? Because here there is a difference in the concentration. As outside water and mineral is there, more concentration is there than the root hairs. So what happens? Water from outside get pushed in the outer cells of the root. Okay, then these cells become the turgid. As these cells becomes the turgid, they apply the pressure on the next cell. Okay, as they are applying the pressure on the next cell, what happens? That cell also swells, becomes turgid, and that cell apply the pressure on the third cell, then in the fourth cell. In this way, the food is passed to the from lower part of the leaves to the upper part, then to the stem, and then to the leaves. The pressure applied by the root, it is called as a root pressure. Are you clear? The roots part of the root from lower side, it is applying the pressure, and thus the cells one above the other, they are getting pushed upward. They are pushing the water and mineral in the forward direction. Okay, so under the effect of this pressure, water and mineral reach the xylem of the roots to reduce the difference in the concentration. Okay, as a result of this continuous movement, a water column is formed which is continuously pushed forward. This pressure which is applied to lift the water up, it is called as a root pressure. This root pressure is sufficient for the smaller plants like herbs, shrubs, okay, and small trees. But for higher plant, we need some more process that is called as the transpiration. We will study it in next slide. Okay.